What's up, guys? The May Patreon rewards are now available. Cyclonic Rift, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn Angel of Hope are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or by clicking the link in the description below. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today we're going to be testing out kind of a graveyard Abzan mid-range style deck. Really excited about this one. The card that I really wanted to test out a little more fully is Fiend Artisan. Fiend Artisan, obviously a really powerful card from Ikoria, gets a lot of value from having creatures in the yard. So obviously it's going to get that +1/+1 for every creature in the graveyard. But not only that, it helps you ramp into bigger things like Nethroi or Cavalier of Thorns. Even just questing Beast and Polukranos here, just by using its abilities. So you can sacrifice one of these lower ground creatures like a Mire Triton or a Skull Prophet and kind of upgrade into, you know, one of these bad boys. So I'm actually really excited to kind of test this out and see how this card goes. That is kind of the backbone of the deck. However, it does have quite a lot of just other value cards. Mire Triton, like I said, fills the graveyard to help out with Fiend Artisan pretty well. Also keeps you alive. It gains you a little bit of life, but it also is a death toucher, so it is something that, you know, can trade off for something ideally a little bit bigger than itself. Skull Prophet also helps put things in the graveyard, but it's also a ramper, and for 2 mana it is a 3/1, so it is going to be able to trade off or probably eat a burn spell if need be. In the 3-drop slot here, we do have Midnight Reaper. We're expecting a lot of our stuff is going to die, and that's fine. We might as well draw some cards off of that. So Midnight Reaper kind of helps us do that. Necropanther is a really interesting card that I'm pretty interested to try out as well. So it's a 3-mana card, but you're most often going to want to try and mutate this. And then whenever it mutates, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. So this is going to pull back either a Midnight Reaper or, you know, any one of these creatures here. So very, very powerful in my opinion. Mythos of Nethroi. Instant 2 and a black, very oddly worded card, but it's destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature, or if you paid Abzan, you can blow up any permanent. It's a little bit weird on the wording side, so this is going to be a fun one, but it is an instant speed kill spell for a permanent, which is pretty amazing. Tymaret Calls the Dead, another great card to fill the graveyard. It also spits out tokens for us to kind of eat with the Fiend Artisan. So the idea there, you know, we sacrifice the 2/2 and we get to pump it up into one of these big guys. Questing Beast here, it's a 4/4 for 4. We've talked about it a million times. It's just way too good to not play. It threatens Planeswalkers really well as well. So if we're finding ourselves against a creature heavy board, but they've also got like a Planeswalker out, maybe we Fiend Artisan into a Questing Beast and just kind of swing in and see what happens. So Polukranos, very, very good at chomping through a lot of opposing creatures. Obviously, we can fight it. We can fight creatures on the opponent's side, but this also is a great way to play cards from the graveyard. So, you know, you escape this, you get to do it again, essentially just chewing through the opponent's board, which is fantastic. Vraska, very good in this deck. So, obviously, sacrificing permanents is not really a problem for us. We're kind of okay with doing that, so we can draw a card and gain a life off of it. Or we can kind of clear the way by destroying target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. A lot of decks right now are in the best of 1 ladder are like Lurrus Sacrifice decks, things like that. So being able to blow up a non-land permanent like a Witch's Oven, for instance, pretty good. A Lurrus itself, also quite good. So things like that are really, really not well versed against Vraska, which is great. Excuse me. In the 5-drop slot here, we do have the Cavalier of Thorns. Helps fill the graveyard as well, so fantastic there, but it's also just a 5/6 reacher that's going to deal a lot of damage. Nethroi is an interesting one. So it's a 5/5/4/5, but you can mutate it out for 7. It does have Death Touch and Lifelink, and then whenever it mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. This only counts for 1. However, later in the game, you know, this is going to boost itself. So we can use this to bring back a Fiend Artisan with, you know, ideally a few other creatures. And then this one in itself is just going to be really, really strong as well. Granted, we are taking cards out of the graveyard, so you do have to keep that in mind. A 1 of Elspeth Conquers Death here, just as a kind of insurance policy to deal with kind of big permanents that we may not have a great answer to. Vraska deals really, really well with the low mana stuff. Elspeth Conquers Death kind of does a better job with the other one, or the higher mana cost stuff. But not only that, it also brings stuff back from the graveyard, which obviously that's great for us. Liliana, Dreadhorde General, obviously a pretty good include in this list as well. Not only does it spit out tokens to sacrifice to the Fiend Artisan, but it's going to make the opponent and us sacrifice creatures. And for us, that's not a bad thing. Not only do we get to draw a card when those creatures die, but, you know, we get to bring them back a lot of the time. So very, very powerful. I believe we're running 26 lands. Is that correct? Yes. So 26 lands in this one. 5 forest, 4 swamp, and 1 plains. Obviously, we're pretty heavy green-black, but we do have a little bit of white here, as well as Nethroi. And technically Mythos of Nethroi. We do have 2 Godless Shrine, 4 Overgrown Tomb, and 4 Temple Garden. Again, really heavy towards the greens, so a little bit less on the Godless Shrine there. Indatha Triome, we do have 2 of here. It's okay to have a couple tapped lands, but we don't want a ton. And then, of course, 4 Fabled Passage to kind of fetch out the lands that we need. So that's the deck. We're going to try it. I have not played this deck yet, so it's going to be a bit of a learning experience for me, but I tend to really, really like these mid-range decks because they offer just a lot of value throughout the game, just as a whole. So I'm kind of excited. We'll see how it goes. Also, something I wanted to mention. Very exciting new development has happened. So, as you guys probably know, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, we do have our proxies on Patreon. Which, of course, I'm going to say, you know, if you want to, you know, go sign up for that, we'd certainly appreciate it. But please don't feel pressured. But we would really appreciate the support, obviously. But we obviously can't just sell those proxies. That's copyright infringement. We're not trying to get in trouble with anything. We're not trying to be illegal about anything. We just wanted to find a way to reward people physically, like with a tangible reward, for actually helping us out. And so that's where those proxies kind of came from. However, this is going to be a bit of a tough matchup, by the way. What's really interesting is that I think we play Skull Prophet here. Fiend Artisan's fine, but like either one of these is probably going to die to a burn spell. I'd rather get this killed first and then boost this up. Gruul, huh? Taking 4. However, we can't, like I said, we can't sell those. That is, you know, not something we're interested in doing because it is technically illegal. We're not trying to do anything like that. But all that being said, we do finally have a way of providing proxies to you guys that is actually sellable. And so we have created, which is really exciting for us. It doesn't really matter how we pay here. Which is really exciting for us. We've created our own alternate art basic land cycle. We're kind of calling them the space lands because they are very surreal and spacey, and it's fun. If you haven't checked out any of our social media, then I highly suggest you do so because you can see it all there. But I'm excited about these because we can actually, like, just if you are interested, we can just sell them. Like, that's fine. We can do that for you. And so I'm really, really excited to actually test, you know, try these out and see how they go. And it seems like we've posted about them just the other day, and a lot of people seem to be very interested, which I am obviously very thankful for, but it's also just really exciting to see. It took a lot of work to make those, so it means a lot to get some really positive responses. I don't think we had any negative feedback at all, which was pretty amazing. Fantastic for us. So we really do appreciate the support there. And just want to mention, if you're interested in those, they will be for sale very, very soon. How soon? Not 100% sure. Our first round of proofs are being sent to us right away, actually. They're being sent to us now. So I'm excited to see how they actually go, but we're not quite there yet. I want to make sure that it's going to work and they're going to look the way that they need to. And so that's kind of where we're at the moment. I think we play Cavalier here. This is a very difficult matchup for us because, you know, they can burn out most of our stuff. Now, we do have a strong creature here, but if they've got, you know, a questing beast or something, they're going to be swinging in for a lot of damage. So anyway, those will be available very, very soon for you guys to purchase. As far as price goes, we don't know yet. We are not going to be like price gouging for these things. We want to make sure that we do this fairly. We certainly want to be able to make a return on it so we can keep it going, but we're not trying to push you guys over the edge with it or anything like that. So we'll see what we can do as far as price goes, and we'll get that information out to you. But we're really excited. This is like a big step for us. Certainly a lot of work still to be done there, but I just wanted to bring that up for you guys. That way you know about it, and ideally it's something that, you guys will be really interested in. At least we hope. What do we take here? I'm going to take this. I think that's correct. That can blow up kind of anything. That's fine. We're gonna blow up the Embercleave. And we're just gonna play out the Fiend Artisan. I think that's correct. No attacks. We're gonna have to probably trade some stuff off here, but they're down to 2 cards in hand, so we kind of just have to hope we get there. If they've got like a questing beast or something, we're pretty shot, but yeah, that's not great. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Might have been better to block here and then do this, but yeah, it would have been 100%. That's okay though. We kind of wanted to make sure that we could kill that, so let's mutate here. Let's put it over. Wow, they conceded. Okay, I did not expect them to concede there. Like, I mean, I guess we had the board, but like, man, that was a bit of a shocker. Okay, well, we managed to stabilize against a mono red deck. I was very unsure of that one the entire time, up until that last game, or that last turn. Okay, so other exciting things. If you're not already entered in our Ikoria giveaway, we are giving away a free bundle. The end of that giveaway is like next week. So if you're looking to enter, please make sure you go ahead and do so. We love doing giveaways. It's been a while since we've been able to, obviously with COVID and everything like that. That kind of shut things down for a little bit for us. But we're very, very excited to be giving away more stuff. We love doing that. It's a fun way to give back to you guys. And the support on this giveaway has been truly amazing. If you don't know how to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, comment. It can be on any video with hashtag Ikoria giveaway. And that's it. We will let you know that you entered. We're a little behind there. I know I need to catch up, so I apologize if you've commented and we have not yet responded to you. That's 100% my bad. But we're really excited about that. And the winner will be chosen on the 16th. So that is, I believe, a week from today, actually. So this is the last week to enter. Please make sure you do if you're interested in getting a free... Is this a high alert deck? Oh, come on. If you are interested, though, that is a really, really fun thing. So we're excited about that. I think we'll just do this and then do this. Yeah. No sense in attacking. These high alert decks are silly. We played one, like, not all that long ago. And it was fun. But unfortunately, it does make it a little bit difficult. Yep. Excuse me. I kind of think we Skull Prophet activate here. We might be able to get something back with one of these Necropanthers, which would be kind of sweet. Yep. Let's go ahead and do that here. Ooh. So we can't quite get that back, though. go ahead and grab... Let's just grab a second green. I think we've got, yeah, double everything else. We will... Yeah, let's just play Cavalier out here. And we'll pass. We might be able to Skull Prophet again, but this way we get a little bit more in our graveyard. 2 Fiend Artisans. We can't actually do that. Oh, that was a mistake. Whoops. I don't know why I did that. I was thinking we could just play out Fiend Artisan, which is 100% wrong. No attacks. That was just silly. We dealt 2 to ourselves for no reason. Yep. One good thing, I believe Elspeth Conqueror's Death hits a high alert, so it also hits that. And Cavalier does block these pretty effectively. Yeah, let's go ahead and Skull Prophet. Dreadhorde, huh? Okay. Let's do this. This does allow us to eventually get that Nethroi back, which is going to be great. I'm going to enter that tapped. We're going to play defense here. Not 100% sure if that's right. We could have attacked with the Cavalier, but I think the damage risk on the way back is way too big. And this is exactly why. So if we had attacked there, they could have swung in with essentially no repercussions. So not really interested in that. Here we can Necropanther for something really sweet though. Oh, that's not bad either. Let's mutate onto Cavalier. Throw it under. Weirdly, I kind of think it's the Mire Triton that we take here. And we'll play out a Midnight Reaper. And I think we'll pass here. So this just gives us a way to kill their stuff, you know, as a blocker. Not an amazing card by any means, but now we've got 2 effective blockers here. If something of ours dies, we get to draw some cards too. So, like, we're kind of set up pretty well defensively. It's not 100% perfect. And they're going to certainly be able to gain some life here, but, you know, it's a start. I'm not interested in attacking in, though, because if they just are like, hey, we're going to swing in with all of this, like, obviously we're going to need to block it somehow, so. Okay. Great. So they just have a ton of walls here. So I'm actually really glad we played a bunch of stuff out. Let's do this. Fill our yard a little bit more. And with Elspeth Conqueror's Death, let's do this. We'll mutate onto it and then be able to pull back a Fiend Artisan. Under. Alright, so we want that. And we get that, and that. Now we don't really have a lot of creatures in our yard, but that's okay. I guess we can fill it up with that if we really want to. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to attack with the Cavalier here. I don't care much about Hotly, if I'm honest. I mean, if they want to double block, that's fine. We'll obviously kill that. Gonna have to start chipping away at some point here. We're gonna get this. So this is gonna go back on top of our deck. We're gonna draw some cards, or a card. And now next turn, we'll be able to play out the Dreadhorde General. I think that's correct. So this way we can start sacrificing creatures, and we'll be the ones getting a lot of extra value. They will not be. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're okay to take 4 here. We're going to gain 6. And we draw a card. Attacks another time. Okay. It's pretty good. But again, we have the Dreadhorde Generals, so we're just going to kind of take over, I think, via that. Let's throw this out. Let's go ahead and do this. Get a swamp. And there we go. Man, High Alert is a bit of a fringe deck to begin with, but it can really, really take over a game if left unanswered. So I think we were right to play very defensively there, given that they could represent quite a bit of damage on a swing back, and so I think it worked out. I think Liliana was a great pull as well. That way we could obviously kind of start making them sacrifice stuff. Doesn't matter to us if we sacrifice, who cares? But like, that was, I think, a good call. I'm feeling good with this deck. Not the most exciting hand, but we do have a nice kind of, I mean, we can get an early Vraska out if we'd like. Looks like against a Yorion deck, so most likely control, which is going to be so fun. But we'll see what the opponent wants to do. Looks like they mulliganed as well. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. It's been a busy day. I'll just go ahead and say it's been very, very busy. My fiance and I, by the way, she actually suggested a green-black deck, which is part of where this deck came from. I was kind of like, hey, what deck should I play today? She was like, well, why not green-black? I'm kind of teaching her how to play a little bit, and she's enjoying it. It's working. You got to not force it is the key. But anyway, okay, sure. So yeah, we were like running just tons and tons of errands this morning, which is great because obviously we got a lot done. But it's been a busy day already, and it's early in the afternoon now, but yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Get a little tutu. So yeah, we've been very, very productive. We've run a few errands, picked up a few things that we needed to pick up for the day, and I got to run over to change oil today, which is just so exciting. Let me tell you. I'm not a super car guy. I like cars, but I'm not like a mechanically inclined individual by any means. That being said, oh, I like these. Let's exile you. That being said, though, I do enjoy cars, and it's been fun to. I got a new car somewhat recently, which was great. Really loved it. We're going to blow up. I actually think we blow up this. Neither one of these is a great card for us, but Yorion, the idea is that they bounce all these, by the way. Ooh, sorry. Okay, well, they didn't do anything. I think we do want that. Do we want this extra land? I think we do. Actually, that was kind of a mistake because we need a different kind of land, but that's okay. So we can Cavalier here is the thought. I'm going to enter that tapped, though. I'm going to play this out. Worth noting, they don't have blue open, so I don't feel bad just kind of doing this. We'll attack in, and then probably sack one of these to draw a card. And we're actually going to draw 2 thanks to Midnight Reaper. That's why I wanted to play that out. Oh, is this a non-token? Yeah. Whoops. That's okay. Doesn't matter. This is the last game, is it not? Yeah, it is. So far we've gotten 2 wins with this. I'm feeling pretty good with this list. I'm loving Abzan is like a color combo right now, just for a solid mid-range deck is really, really sweet. This is our second Abzan list. This one's much more graveyard focused. But it's very fun. Like, A+, I'm in. Here they could just play Yorion, kill one of these guys, but I don't really think they want to. Okay, so we can cash this in and kill that if we'd like. I think, first things first, what we need to do is attack him. They may just sacrifice this. I kind of just hope they do. That's the problem, by the way. We can't really, I mean, we can, but we shouldn't really target this because they will very easily just be able to, excuse me, sacrifice it in response, in which case it's pretty useless. That's fine. It's not great, but it's, you know, it's fine. We'll sacrifice this. I don't like sacrificing our board, like, too much. But I'm okay with, you know, upping the ante with this. Now, they can just bounce the board and kill all of our board, but we do have the Elspeth Conqueror's Death on the backswing, so I don't feel too bad about that. We also just happen to draw a card off of this if they kill it, so that's fine. And they won't be able to kill Vraska right away. Let's go, let's go. What I like about these mid-range decks is they kind of attack from different angles. Looks like that's what they're going to go for. So, you know, we've got the Planeswalker, we've got the Creature focus, and we've got kind of a Graveyard focus. So we've just got a lot of stuff that we're able to do, which is great. Probably just going to kill the Midnight Reaper. That's fine. Again, we're kind of okay when things go to the graveyard, so it doesn't really matter that much. And with Elspeth Conqueror's Death, I mean... I was mistaken. We don't have Elspeth Conqueror's Death yet, but we can just do this. We do this. I think we're gonna do this. 6 cards, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Chances are this is gonna die anyway. So let's play this up.
I won't forgive this.
And now we do have a 12/12 sitting here that they're gonna have to deal with. Which they may be able to. They could have like a Banishing Light or something. But the reality is, if they don't exile this, we just get it back. Oh, that's dirty. That's pretty good. Alright, fair enough. That feels bad. That feels really bad. I think we just lose now, because this is like way too good for us to do anything about. Worth it. Like next turn we can deal with it, but it doesn't feel great to be able to. Ugh. That hurts. That really hurts. Good news is they can't fight, but it still is a 12/12. So. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're going to go ahead and concede there. They're going to start to take over. We can deal with one of these threats, but not all of them. And that's kind of the problem. So, well done, Agent of Treachery. Holding true to the stigma of being just a crazy, crazy good card. But regardless, I'm still enjoying this deck. We did get 2 wins out of the 3. We'll kind of talk more about, you know, our thoughts in summation when we get to the second video. But I really like this deck. I think it's fun. I love graveyard focused decks. I love mid-range decks. This has it all in my mind, just as like a fun deck. Do I think it's going to be best for like grinding up the ladder? No, probably not. The games can go a little long, and you're not always guaranteed to win, of course. Not that any deck is, but you know, mono red is still kind of the way to just grind up in best of 1. But I do still really like this deck, so very excited to get into the second video. Just want to mention again, really excited about these new lands that we're going to be putting out. So if you are interested, head on over to any of our social media outlets. We'll post things on our website as well. We've kind of been thinking about reworking that just a little bit, but very, very excited to be releasing these very, very soon. Hopefully we can get those proofs in so we can get those out to you guys very soon. So that's the plan. Please make sure, of course, to enter that Ikoria giveaway. And thank you, as always, for watching. It has been fantastic to get this gameplay out for you guys. You guys really have been showing some amazing support. So thank you. Thank you very much. Sincerely. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys hopefully in part 2 with this Abzan mid-range graveyard list. Very excited about it. Thanks, guys.